After this woman was diagnosed with a terminal illness, her personality suddenly changed. She started holding umbrellas for stray cats in the rain. When she saw an employee crying, she felt sad too. She even looked at her own husband, and her heart started racing. The first time Jaiwon stayed over at her husband's place, they had just started dating. Both of them were so shy. Hyunwoo had no choice but to give her his room. But the moment he stepped out, he regretted it. He paced outside the door for a long time. Finally, he gathered the courage to knock on the window. Jaiwon opened it. Hyunwoo said he wanted to watch the stars with her. Jaiwon said yes. Hyunwoo happily ran into the room. They leaned against each other and gazed at the moon. Later, they even squeezed together on that tiny bed to sleep. But now, everything was different. They slept on a big bed, yet each stayed on their own side. That's when Jaiwon asked Hyunwoo, "Do you want to cuddle while we sleep?" Hyunwoo turned around in surprise. When Jaiwon saw he didn't move, she said she was just kidding. They silently turned their backs to each other again, keeping their distance. The next morning, Young-sung called Jaiwon, saying he had already set up an appointment with a cancer specialist for her. Jaiwon hung up the phone. She checked the responses from the medical team. Most doctors said her cancer was beyond treatment. Jaiwon opened the door. She saw her husband's perfect side profile and suddenly felt heartbroken. She didn't want to leave him. When she got to the office, she saw Hyunwoo in a meeting. Suddenly, she thought he looked incredibly handsome. Hyunwoo just took a sip of water, and Jaiwon was completely mesmerized. She stared at him for so long, she didn't want to leave. When she finally snapped out of it, Jaiwon asked her secretary, "Is it normal to still find your husband attractive after being married this long?" The secretary said that definitely meant something was wrong. Jaiwon immediately went to the hospital to get checked. She told the doctor all her symptoms. She said whenever she saw something pitiful, she couldn't help but feel sympathetic, like holding an umbrella for a stray cat on a rainy day, or secretly crying when she heard an employee's mom was sick and couldn't afford treatment. The doctor told her it was because she knew she was dying. Her mindset had changed. Jaiwon couldn't accept that explanation. She just walked out. That's when Hyunwoo's sister and brother came to the city. They wanted to convince Jaiwon not to get a divorce, but they were too scared to say it to her face. And Jaiwon happened to have plans with Young-sung. She was in a rush to leave. There wasn't time to talk. So the sister waited until Jaiwon left and sent her a text message. It said don't divorce Hyunwoo. The moment she sent it, the sister got a call from Hyunwoo. That's when she found out. Jaiwon had no idea Hyunwoo wanted a divorce. When Hyunwoo learned his sister had sent that text, he quickly called his wife, but Young-sung hung up the call. Hyunwoo waited at home until dark. He finally saw Young-sung drop Jaiwon off. Jaiwon was completely out of it from drinking. Hyunwoo took his wife and told the driver to take Young-sung away immediately. Then he caught up to Jaiwon, hoping to delete that text from her phone. But when he opened her bag, the phone wasn't there. He asked Jaiwon where her phone was. Jaiwon said she might have left it in the car. Hyunwoo immediately called the driver. Right at that moment, Jaiwon pulled out her phone from her pocket and was about to open it. When Hyunwoo saw this, he rushed over to stop her.